Evening folks, and welcome back to the Kilted Drummer with me, Gary. If it's your first time popping onto the channel and you want to help us move forward a little bit, then consider hitting the subscribe button and giving us a wee thumbs up for the videos. That'll help us grow the channel and start putting out some more content. So dining room drams, as you know, we look at some of the samples and miniatures that I've got lying around, and the one I've got tonight is something I'm a little bit excited about. I've managed to get hold of a sample of Torabhaig. Torabhaig's a new distillery over on the Isle of Skye. Previous to that, we just had Talisker on Skye. Torabhaig they took an old ruined building, revamped it, and opened up a distillery in it. And then their first product, they started putting into the casks in 2017, and that's when they. So as I said, 2017, and they released their first product after the 3 years, as you know, as the 2017 Legacy series. The bottle itself became quite hard to get hold of pretty much as soon as it hit the market. Looking at the research and things online and talking to other people, most sources will tell you that there was only about 3,000 bottles released into the UK market. 3,000 was not a big number. So they were flying off the web pages, flying off the shelves, etc. And trying to find a bottle now can be quite hard. I was very lucky that Joel at Limitless Whisky managed to get hold of a couple of bottles, and he very nicely donated one to my collection. And the same Joel at Limitless Whisky, also that's where the sample came from. You'll find Limitless Whisky over on Instagram, folks, if you want to have a wee look over there and give them a wee follow. Cheers. So let's get this one into the glass. Sometimes you just want to squeeze it out sometimes, don't you? Okay, as I said, Torabhaig, this Legacy 2017, it's their inaugural release. Looking at it as 2017 release, you know, it's a young whisky. Technically it's a non-age statement whisky, but by putting 2017 on it, and we know that's when they first distilled it, we know it's sort of 3 years old. Non-chill filtered, no colour added, and it's released at 46%. So there's three pretty good things there. And then if we look at the age, right, it's young, but we know what the age is there. So the ABCDs, as Roy would say, are kind of there. Let's get a little nose at this and see how it plays out for a young whisky. Straight off, I'm getting a sort of fresh apple, sweetness. There's a salty brininess. There's that kind of, I don't want to compare it to Talisker, but again, you've got that sort of coastal maritime type thing that you'll find with Talisker, and they're on the same island of Skye, so. Comes across nice, and there's a peat influence in there. Citrusy. Maybe a slight hint of more of a smoky element as opposed to the peat element as well. quite like the fruitiness about it. There's no burn to it at all or anything. It's nice. Nice up. An oiliness straight away, creamy oiliness. Again, that citrus, lemony, smokiness, almost you know, that the embers, the burnt wood. Licorice, definitely a licorice and a seedy taste to it. Maybe even a bitterness, some sort of bitter fruit. What's that one you have for breakfast? Like a grapefruit, something like that. On the finish, you can feel like a salty flow, maybe even a salty bacon. And there's a smokiness maybe towards the end of the finish. You have an end of a finish? The youngness is there, you know, there's no denying the youngness, but it's a freshness. Maybe even a pepper, black pepper. There's nothing unpleasant about that. I'd say it's well balanced. I'd like to see how it moves forward. I think their next release is due out within the next couple of months, and I'm expecting that to be probably a year older than this one. So it'll be interesting to get a sip at that one and see how over that year how it's progressing. Might be quite a nice story watching it as it goes. But at the moment, for a sort of 3-year-old peaty, salty, fruity whiskey, I'm quite impressed with that. Yeah, quite like it. I would normally turn around and say it's 45 to 50 quid a bottle, and if you can get hold of it, you know, give it a try. But to be honest, guys, if you can get hold of it, wow, good luck to you. But there are still places doing samples occasionally, and I think that if you manage to get yourself over to Skye, having spoke to the distillery themselves, they've told me that they will be selling it by the glass, by the dram, at their cafe in the distillery. How long they're going to be doing that, I don't know. But with distilleries just reopening, people starting to get out and about around the distilleries, do tours and things, maybe it's worth popping over to Skye, over to Torabhaig, and see if you can get yourself a wee dram of it over there if needs be. I know I will be. Mum needs a wee journey out to Skye, I think. So, yeah, Torabhaig Legacy 2017. Sláinte, guys. Tempting to open that bottle.